Well, hello, everybody. Everybody. This is your Nintendo Power ranking stream. Brad Shoemaker, welcome back.
Hello, hi. Good to be here on this Friday.
Hello, Alex. Happy Friday as well.
Greetings, fellow art critics.
Now, this stream
I don't
is
know art.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I know Art. I know Art. He's like 3 houses down, has a great family. In the PTA. He's got some views, he's got some stuff he wants to share with you, but listen, we all want to be friends out here. We all have the same goal of looking at these fantastic Nintendo Power covers, picking our favorites, and then maybe at the end here, getting in there with a little bit of our favorites of the favorites. So without further ado, let's go to where we left off. Brad Shoemaker, what are we looking at here?
We're looking at the fact that I forgot to go get Game Boy music for this thing.
Fair enough.
Okay. Right now.
Should
really build out that library. But
so this is where we left off last time.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe. Yeah, we flipped through a few others briefly after this, but I think this Regal Owl where we stopped.
Yes, on number 50.
Shockingly well composed cover by the standards of Nintendo Power.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd just like to say at the top here, the number of covers going forward we will probably be adding to the list is not going to be super high because we are nearing the key art only era here. But there are still some more.
Let's say I skipped ahead a little bit, and
I think there's a really
to look at.
Yeah, I think there's a really solid N64 garbage era.
Oh my
there.
god, dude! You want to talk about the play it loud era? These covers get loud eventually.
So let's take it over.
I like it loud.
I'd like to show off the what we have so far in terms of what our picks were from the last time. So I'm going to take it over for a second here. And I want to just give a shout out to Wacky Deli over from our Discord for this amazing logo treatment. But this is what we were looking at. Obviously, early Nintendo Power, pretty good stuff. That's some pretty
high quality.
High quality, and
also
really
high quality.
Yes, and again, before we while we're doing our thanks, Brad, where can we thank the aggregation of the images?
Oh, these are from retromags.com.
Retromags, and thank you to Brad for going through and picking the covers out from Retromags. But these are some really good ones, and we have about.
I think we have.
Let's see, that's 5, 10,
19?
15. Yeah.
19.
Yeah. This is these are going to be
cover a painting.
These are going to be tough to beat, I think.
Yeah.
Look at these.
Oh, fucking Power Blade. Yes.
Look at these. Just
God.
Really, really good stuff. All right. So we're going to go back in. We've got a ton more covers to look at here. And Brad, I'm going to let you kind of take the wheel in terms of what is next in the lineup.
I'm going to say after issue 50, we have issue 51.
Oh, yeah, that's the stuff.
You know what?
Yeah.
Could you get some Street Fighter tunes?
Can we get Vega's music?
It's really the only thing I want from this cover.
Here's the thing. Vega is the coolest Street Fighter character I never want to play as.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get behind that. I'm not, charge character is not a.
Yeah.
I am a charge character guy. I still find Vega really annoying to play, but he is also the coolest looking of this era of Street Fighter characters.
Also, I apologize. I'm playing Japanese Vega, not your American Vega.
It's all good. It's all good.
I enjoy the part where he can climb a wall, and that's so different than any other character in the game. That really shook me, let's say, when I was... That's like, whoa, you're in the background climbing a wall. And that's cool.
This is like inoffensive art, right? There's nothing
I think it's not bad. I mean, I appreciate that it's not just like, here is your, box art. Here is your regular key art. It's like someone drew a Vega for this.
Yeah.
Even if the proportions are a little off.
Right. Not the easiest to get right, but this is like, there's nothing like wildly out of proportion here.
No.
They got the mask, they got the claw, and they got the snake tattoo in there. What else could you ask for?
I think the arm in the front may be too short to fit. I know you got to fit the whole blade on there. You got to get that whole thing there, but
Well,
This is-
let me just remind you real fast where we've been.
Yes, please.
Here you go. Let me just remind you
Yes, okay.
previous interpretations of the human form on this cover of this magazine.
Yeah.
It's a pretty low. It's a low bar. let's
Yeah. Somebody mentioned this last time, but I agree. Getting fitting something into the cover in dynamic poses, it's gotta be tough.
I want it on the list.
Yeah. You want it on the list?
I want it on the list.
All right.
Okay.
All right. It's added
Might not
to
make
the
the
list.
final, but I just
All
want
right.
I want it in consideration.
Number 20 added. This is a nice cover. This is too nice to make a list. It is just kind of
It's
good.
just nice. It's just good art.
Well, this is pretty well done. It's pretty well done. I don't know if this is like official art or if it was something they commissioned for this cover, but
Uh-huh.
I will say that I was randomly listening to the soundtrack yesterday and I already have it up. So
Great.
Excellent.
Super Mario All-Stars is arguably one of the best games ever released
Whoa.
on account
Damn,
of what
man.
it has in it.
Whoa.
Dude, it's got
Yeah.
Mario 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3.
Best collection of really good
A lot
games.
of Mario.
Yeah.
A lot of Mario with very nice 16-bit graphics on some
It's a
very
clean
quality-
Mario. It's a clean Mario. It's a good Mario. I don't know if it's a Mario that makes our list, just because there are much more interesting Marios
Yes.
that we've seen.
He's got a good freak out. Does he have too many scallops on the mustache? Or is that canonical? Like, I feel like
Oh, I don't know.
that looks like a lot to me.
I don't know.
Is scallop the preferred nomenclature for the little divots in the mustache?
I don't. You know what? Maybe that is right. That
I mean,
seems.
I'm gonna compare to modern Mario here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh no,
5,
that
yeah,
is
I think
like- that is a regulation stash.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
right.
1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5,
competition
1, 2,
grade.
3. Oh yeah, dude. No, whoever drew this was like staring at the style guide.
Okay. That's the exact right number.
Every Mario I can find has got 6 scoops.
Wow,
I
that is
guarantee you
good to
there's
know.
a character Bible somewhere that says, this is how you draw this motherfucking mustache.
Wow. Okay. After issue 1, they did not. They were very exacting with their Mario.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass for me personally, though.
Yeah.
It's
The
fine.
Manic Mario
It's
is
a
pretty
good
nice.
cover.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's a good cover, not a good cover.
Okay. What's up next? Boring.
What is
Though
Luke?
the Luke in the background. He's in trouble. He's got a
Looks
Blair
like
Witching
he's-
back there.
Looks like he's exposing himself to someone.
He's Luke. He's trying
I
to
don't
raise
know.
the X-wing,
Take
and
out
that's
your dingus, you
Yeah.
will.
Not
and that's
sure.
just a bad R2. That R2 is something not right about that R2. Is like head's a little too pointy.
Little tall.
They did so much work on the Yoda and did so little work on everything else.
It's a good Yoda.
It's a good Yoda. It's a good.
It's a good Yoda. It's not an amazing cover.
It's a little
say.
frayed at the edges here. Wow, but look at these holes with the water leaking out on the X-wing. That's actually pretty good. Like,
Oh man. Note the treatment that Mortal Kombat got on this cover, considering the state of Mortal Kombat on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
The version nobody wanted.
gonna say- this could use like maybe a little bit of like a little border around it, a very thin border to pop it out here. Getting a little lost on the layout, but
Yeah.
a little floaty
The
on
horse
the log.
prevails, but
Yeah.
the text does not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say pass.
Pass.
Pass. Pass.
Pass.
Secret of Mana?
That
It's a fine
Man,
game.
that horse looks
Mana's a
fucked
fine
up.
game.
Is that a horse? It's a I don't know the Secret of Mana well enough to know exactly what that Pegasus thing is.
Dragon, I think.
I'm a secret of mana, and that horse looks fucked up, is what I'm saying.
This cover does nothing for me.
No.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you.
If you spray painted this on the side of a van, people would make fun of that van.
Yes, I'd rather have that Final Fantasy art on the side on my van.
Very much so.
Yes.
This really, this doesn't scream much of anything,
No.
Other than-
Except for that horse dragon, which is screaming because it wants to die.
Oh, okay. Chat has reminded me. That's probably supposed to be Flamey, the furry dragon that you ride around in Secret of Mana. But it's not.
But it looks like shit.
That's not Flamey. I'm sorry.
No.
No.
Experience
Just
will
Is
tell
at
you.
best glowy.
This whole cover just makes me want to play Jurassic Park. And that's it.
Yes.
Next.
Well,
Okay. Boring, but well done.
we just got art from Disney, right?
Yeah.
An interesting choice to put Jafar at the forefront of the Aladdin game.
I think Jafar is a great
Yeah.
character.
No, he's a great villain.
Yes.
I'm not. And look, hey, R.I.P. Gilbert Gottfried, who voiced the parrot there. But but Aladdin down there. Like, can we zoom in on Aladdin a little bit? Because that
Sure. You don't think that's
there's something not right there. There's something not
happy.
right about what's happening right there.
He's got the lamp. He's excited to get out on that magic carpet and go tell Jafar.
He is absolutely entering a whole new world.
All I'm saying is that Aladdin looks like Ken Marino.
No genie,
Sure.
which is
That's
Oh,
Aladdin, and he wants to dip his balls in it.
Yeah, no genie.
Good Jafar, good Iago look. I like what they've done with the beetle here, where they've put Super Idiot's Clay Fighter in set, just to let you know. But,
Yeah.
We could plot Wild Genie.
It's
Okay.
not, and of course the genie is nowhere in there.
I think this is
Um,
like some kind of embossed
yeah.
sort of cover that came with this issue. I think here's the actual cover.
Oh, wait, hold
Okay.
on. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is an alternate cover? Okay.
Oh, I think this was like a sleeve that it came in. Or
I
Oh,
see.
okay, that makes sense. I think I remember this.
What
I
are
see.
we doing here? Regular Mega Man becoming X Mega Man?
I think that's what
Oh.
they're going for, but it just kind of looks like he's doing like the, kind of the shadow move, like he's just moving along fast.
Who laid out this cover? Can I ask what the first word in the subhead under Mega Man X is?
Oh, man.
Fast,
It
I
is.
think.
Oh, is it fast? I
Fast
thought
or-
maybe it
yeah,
was
Fast
first.
action super blast.
First? Maybe best?
Yeah, that's rough. It could be a
No,
bad
I think
picture.
that's fast. I think that's fast.
Yeah. Actually, looking at the seal of quality, I think the contrast is maybe a little
Yeah.
blown out on the scan. So maybe I'm being unfair.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not adding it. And for me, if you guys want it.
Fast action.
It's not the worst Mega Man I've
sorry.
ever seen, but
It's a serviceable Mega Man. A serviceable Bugs Bunny. A bit busy.
he
Yeah.
looks like he's
Just like-
having fun.
I guess that's the point.
I mean, he's getting erased, which is got to be bad for him.
Also, but here's the thing. That is comic inaccurate because Daffy is the one who has the fight with the animator and is almost erased.
Has
not
Bugs never done that? I thought Bugs was
I don't
the
think
animator.
so.
Don't they zoom out and he's the animator at some point? Don't they?
They do.
that
I think they
bit?
do that he's the animator, but not that he is being erased.
Okay.
I'm
yes.
saying canonically this is wrong.
Okay. I don't know. Listen, maybe things
Looney
got weird
Tunes
in video
canon.
game.
Looney Tunes canon is very important to me.
Listen, there's a new Metroid comic. That's all that matters.
It's true.
I'm going to say pass.
Very true.
Yeah, it's like decent, but it's not anything that special.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
This is nice. This is pleasant.
This is our first Wario appearance on a cover. I believe it is.
I get it.
Right?
No, ain't nothing wrong here.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm hearing from the chat. Actually, there was a Bugs cartoon where Elmer Fudd was the animator, so that's on me.
Okay.
I missed that
okay.
one.
Maybe nothing wrong, but is there anything right?
It's
Is that asparagus in the foreground?
It
And
does
broccoli?
appear to be
It could be.
Broccoli and-
an artichoke.
Oh wow, yeah.
Is it like real asparagus?
You think Wario
It's
eats his
drawn
vegetables?
from.
I'm skeptical that this
I-
man eats his vegetables.
I think, if anything, he is in a terrible land where he is forced to contend with vegetables that he does not like.
I think he eats those gassy vegetables, and that's where he gets his power.
Mm.
He's a very farty individual, is he not? Gotta
I
eat
am
a
happy to see.
lot of broccoli.
I'm happy to see Wario here. I don't know if this is one of the top ones.
Hmm.
It's a well executed cover. I think it's just not,
The use of vegetables is good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say move on
Pass.
to an
right.
exciting cover here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's
We got-
the stuff.
The FMV of covers. I'm in.
Yes.
They did an actual photo shoot for this.
With an actual
Yes.
celebrity.
Look at this. This is
not bad. You know,
yeah. How
just-
photoshopped is this? Not so bad.
Not
don't
that
even
much,
have-
I don't think.
Are we even using Photoshop at this point? I don't know.
Oh, sure. I think
Well,
so.
Yeah, I don't think
I
they've done much
enjoy-
to this.
I enjoyed that they took a Star Trek game and even put that on a pennant, like it's part of the baseball motif.
Hmm.
They just really went all the way with this.
I bet Ken Griffey Jr. fucking loves Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Do you think he loves Super Nintendo? You think he loves playing the game with him in it?
I think Ken Griffey Jr. is just stoked to be a part of stuff and is just like I bet his excitement for this was actually pretty genuine.
Somebody can help me out here, but is this where the video out would be on the Nintendo, and is it not plugged into a TV?
Listen,
I see a cord there.
That's got to be the power, though, right? Isn't that the power side?
yeah,
And this is the hey. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who
no.
knows? Also, is it floating? Also, is this photoshopped in? Because is it not
no,
on
that's
the
definitely no. It's on there. I can see the
Are
plastic.
you
at the bottom.
sure? It looks like
Yeah.
maybe it's not on the same plane as the table there.
I think it's there. I think that is definitely staged as part of the photo shoot.
Okay. Also, is Junior a real baseball player? Is that just Ken Griffey Jr. and Moose?
I'm pretty sure this was done on a set, but nonetheless, this is not a real locker room shot.
Like Junior, people call Ken Griffey Jr. just Junior?
They have, yes.
Okay. I don't know enough about baseball.
Also, if you've never seen the Dorktown on the history of the Seattle Mariners, you should watch that. It's great.
Who's Moose?
Wait. Are the Mariners the ones that were owned by Nintendo at one point?
Yes, at one point they were.
Wow. Right. Okay, I completely forgot about that connection. Huh. So he actually, Ken Griffey Jr. worked for Nintendo.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Wild.
Is his shirt broken? I don't know enough about baseball. Is this how letters work on shirts?
I
don't
think
know
that's
this
just how it
works.
looks. Yeah.
Okay. Good cover. He's probably, I think Ken Griffey Jr., now you say that, Brad, is probably because of Ken Griffey Jr.'s baseball game. I would probably say in competition with Madden for most video game covers out there. Like there was a run there of Ken Griffey Jr. games.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. Having looked
He was
ahead at this
culturally
magazine, you're not
ubiquitous in
wrong.
the 90s.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing against Kevin Griffey Jr. Love the guy.
Do we add it?
Sure.
I could. I
Okay.
can see it.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'll add it. Maybe it'll be removed
Okay.
later. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Okay, this is a better Metroid cover than the last one we talked about.
Yeah, I'm glad
Definitely.
we went back and reviewed. This is definitely a higher quality Samus. I'm not
This is
sure
a
about
cool-
that knee joint.
It's very pointy.
I don't know. Well, the leg, it's like it's
Little like tube-ish.
yeah.
I'm okay with this
Easily
one.
secure him. Yes.
We fit, whoever did this fit it all in the frame without it having to look too weird.
Yeah.
I think
No, I'm a fan of this. I think this is pretty good.
this is pretty good.
I wish the background was a little more interesting.
I love at the top, it's just Super Metroid, and then down at the bottom, it's Super Metroid. Like,
Well, it's a Super
Sometimes-
Metroid offer.
sometimes it's in quotes, sometimes it's not. You know.
Yeah.
Would anybody want to add it?
I mean,
I'm indifferent.
extremely classic game, a massive action, mega moves,
Hmm.
but fairly straightforward cover, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
But
Not
it is better than the
incredibly
last
weird.
time they tried to do Samus.
Yes, that's for sure.
What is
All right. Let's break this one down.
It's a pretty slow month around the Nintendo Power Office, I would say.
Yeah.
what are we
Donkey
sell?
Kong,
What are we
Game
selling?
Boy.
Donkey Kong. Barrels of Game Boy Fun.
What is that?
It's Donkey Kong on the Game Boy.
And if Donkey Kong for Game Boy is your headliner and your second is Beauty and the Beast for the Super Nintendo,
Huh.
you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel, let's say.
There is
Huh.
just not much going on here that is not Donkey Kong. Like the key and the hammer. It's like, okay, here are the items you remember from Donkey Kong. Just find a way to get them in there. Do you want to get Mario on there? Fuck no. Just get
No.
Donkey Kong on there.
I don't know. I mean, I like that Donkey Kong is really stressed out here, but I don't know. I don't know. He's about to get hit by the Super NES fireball, though. That's
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast is about to fuck his shit up.
Eh.
Where's jumping on in all of this?
Didn't make it. Didn't make the cut.
Where, I ask. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're back to that good Street Fighter art.
This is deviant art. I'm sorry, this is someone's fan art of T-Hawk. And I have nothing against T-Hawk, but they did not do him well.
No. This is
No, I think you're...
It's not the worst, though.
I respect them putting T-Hawk on the cover to represent Super Street Fighter 2 because I feel like he is the one that kind of gets overshadowed by like Cammy and DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
And even Fei Long.
Look at those abs, though. Look at those abs.
They just did not do a good job of drawing him.
No.
Yeah, it's true. He's got the Triple H nose.
He's got...
I think, is this the same artist as the Vega and the Guile? I think this is definitely the same artist as the Guile. Maybe not.
I don't know.
There's no signature.
Let me see. Okay, here's the... This has got a little bit more of a painterly look to it, I think.
Yeah.
Versus the illustrated quality of that T-Hawk. Let's just take it back here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. The styles change, but...
Yeah, this is less airbrushy.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Actually, it might be a different artist now that we look and compare. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I can't get behind this T-Hawk. I think they should do a better job with T-Hawk.
I agree.
All right. Pass?
Pass.
So many of these covers just feel so cramped. Like,
yes.
yes.
So many of these, there's like zoomed in so far, like they're afraid to have any negative space. You know, it's just everything is like right up in your face.
Like
the ones that do have negative space have like the weirdest negative space too. Like they don't fill it like in a meaningful or like normal way.
There's something wrong with his leg here too. This should just not.
Is that his right leg or his?
I think it's his right leg. His right leg, yeah. That is. Okay. Like if you kind of cut off the other side of it, it looks like it should be his left leg, kind of, you know?
No.
Like if you go like that, it looks like he's sitting kind of with his legs crossed, and then you go down and you're like, oh no, this leg is, you're gonna hurt yourself, T.
I mean, like you gotta be nimble and limber to be a Street Fighter, but
that's true. Maybe he just has a smaller waist than you think.
That could also be true.
Drawing people is hard. I think
yes.
One of the primary lessons of these covers is it's hard to draw people well.
And fitting them on a Nintendo Power cover. What's next?
Yeah.
I'll note that we have officially entered the Play It Loud era.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, great.
I love to play it loud.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Getting back to basics here.
Now we're back to the physical props again.
See, now this I can get behind. I don't think I've ever played Stunt Race FX.
I owned it. It ran like crap. It ran about as many frames a second as this cover's running. It is
okay.
It used that FX chip. You guys remember that? All 3 games that use that FX chip.
Yeah. There's a few. There's a few more than you think. Not all of them used it for 3D graphics though.
It's but I owned it and it played all right.
That might be a rough one to own. I think I rented it and was like, boy, I'm glad I only paid $5 to play this.
Yeah.
It's like a decent amount of collectibles in it.
Not terrible, but it's kind of, you know.
Is this cover what the Cars movies are based off?
No, they have eyes. Wait, they have eyes on their windshield. I think
that's correct.
I think most of the cars, except there's one car, I think when in Cars 2 maybe, they go and they're in a market and there's a car with cars on its headlights and they all get kind of freaked out, which is a pretty good bit, I think.
I think this is pretty good. I appreciate the return to making models for the cover. Yes. I think these are pretty high quality models.
I would add this one. Somebody did the work.
Yeah.
In this time frame, somebody went back and was like, let's do it.
It's worth consideration.
Those cars in the background are mad.
Yeah, because they're losing.
It's true.
Yeah. It's fun. It was fun to like bounce in it. I'm going to add it. I added it.
Yeah, sure. Boy. That was one of the more sinister Scorpion treatments I think I have seen.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. Yes.
Is his mask a rib cage?
Scorp has entered his gothic industrial era.
He's like, not this scorpion. This feels like a scorpion that would absolutely rip your spine out.
Well, I mean,
Like
his
this-
mask is literally a spine here.
Yeah, this scorpion feels dangerous, and I like that.
I don't think any part of Mortal Kombat lore has ever made Scorpion actually this demonic.
Yes.
The dragon, on the other hand, let's close in on that one for a second, because that dragon is high as fuck.
Yes, this dragon.
This dragon, he's a way.
Also, like a pretty sick-looking dragon. Like that's definitely
yeah, bro.
Sick, like sickly?
or like man, that's an
Like
interesting.
radical.
Yeah, like radical, like that's an interesting interpretation of the Mortal Kombat dragon. It's got
That is a
some bird
dragon.
features.
That is a dragon that appears on a fireworks box.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, you know what? This scorpion is
The
It's
Scorpion has been
crazy,
listening to
right?
Ministry, and he is pissed.
Yeah, it's extremely mid 90s. Like it looks like something out of an Alice in Chains video.
yeah. I think I would almost add it just for like, this might be one of the better scorpions.
It's unsettling. It's genuinely
Unsettling.
The weird blur in the negative space is maybe not my favorite
Yeah.
choice here, but like other than that, I
Layout.
feel like this is pretty good.
Layout, as we will see, a hallmark of Nintendo Power covers going forward. The layout is kind of
Yeah,
I'm gonna add that one in.
let's do it.
pretty good Scorpion.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're back.
Oh.
And we're back.
Huh. I
this is an
I could
Instagram
tell.
filter.
could not tell you a thing about Illusion of Gaia. Like nothing. Now that you
Hmm.
mention it.
Yeah. Photoshop is real here, and they have done some work on this cover.
Wait a damn minute here. Okay, nothing against Illusion of Gaia.
Yes.
You've got
Oh.
Super Punch Out, 8-page knockout, and that's not your cover?
Hmm. Hmm.
It's Super Punch Out.
Yeah, like it's like not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. No. I'm just checking. Yes, this is an NX game. It's part of the Soul Blazer series.
Hmm. When Photoshop was used here, and I believe this one was, I'm gonna say either some printing stuff happened or some.
Mhm.
I don't know what this was. Did we have to move this sword last minute and
I'm pretty sure they did.
some stuff happened
Oh.
and maybe some masking
Yeah.
happened? Or is this intentional?
Also, the character looks like Jack Black in Brutal Legend.
What? Eh.
Hmm.
I'm not talking about the outfit. I'm talking about the head.
Sure.
Yeah, it's hard to see. I mean, the hair,
That is a roadie ass head.
that is pretty roady.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I get it. Got the big kind of poof in the front. What do you want to call
Yeah.
that? Not a
Yeah.
pompadour, but
It's like halfway to a mullet.
it's like the big '80s hair. Yes, with the mullet in the back. Yes. I get it. What is this art style? Like, how is this rendered?
It's like you took the color palette down, right? Like to
Yeah, he's got like flattened. Like, yeah, it's totally got a almost like high res
Hard.
VGA look to it.
yeah, like there's no gradation in the colors.
156
It's not-
colors.
It doesn't look great.
Yeah,
Enough for anybody. No, this is not
not my
not
favorite.
a memorable cover, I would
Yeah.
say. It should have been, I agree, it should have been Punch Out. Oh boy. Oh
Here
boy.
we go.
Oh man.
So this is
Just-
now our second Donkey Kong cover in like less than 6 months.
To be the previous
I-
one was a question of choice. This one at least is historic.
Yeah,
Sure.
This is a great game. This is a bad cover.
It's a whole new level of animation.
It's a bad cover.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Vinny.
I understand what they're going for because the game looked amazing at the time, and this is, but it's a mess, kind of a mess of a cover.
Yeah.
Man, I can enter to win a Killer Instinct machine?
I mean, that's kind of the biggest thing going on here. What is it? What is that? What does that call out on there? What is that? A shopping cart? A space shopping cart? A bumper car? What is that?
It does look like shopping carts.
Like what what is this shape?
Dude, this cover is a mess.
The shape is the shape of 1994.
This is a disaster. I get it. You're very excited about computer graphics. I know.
Yeah.
What what is this banana? Just is he going after the banana? Why did we have to throw this? It would have been okay without the banana. Again, he's looking at the snake. The snake looks at him. He's looking at the snake. The banana's up here. He's just looking at his back.
Hey, snake. My eyes are up here.
It's a different.
I know you're looking at the cheeks, but come on.
This snake
things.
is being a snake.
What is with his wrist? Is that a sleeve?
This?
It's a man in a suit.
There's like
wearing a sleeve that looks like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I just don't think this one's all the way there.
Hey, it's a whole new level,
yeah. Does it make it because it's bad, or doesn't make it?
No, I don't think it makes it.
All right.
I don't know if it's bad in a weird enough way.
No, it's just kind of messy.
Yeah. Now, this is a good ass cover. Like, this is genuinely, like, the illustration is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Everything reads well. It's not too cluttered.
Yes, it fits. They decided to go off the page to make a giant earthworm gym. I get it.
Just like the color palette is nice and tasteful. Like, it's just like, it's fine. It's totally not bad. I have zero affinity for Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, that's the thing. Every single thing about Earthworm Jim as a franchise has aged terribly, especially its creator. But nonetheless, this cover might actually be the only thing that hasn't aged badly about it.
Good cow in the background, decent shape on the I don't know what you call those in print design, but the breakout thing here, like that reads better.
There's even like nice conceptual attention to detail. They even showed the wadded up worm body inside the suit.
Yes.
Yep.
This has like
in the background.
You got separation from the background with this little white here. Like this somebody put some work in here. Good texture on the whole thing.
Hey, Vinny, we're losing the music when you do the zoom in again.
Okay.
Just let you know.
Okay, thanks. We don't want to lose that. Thank you, chat. Yeah, I'm a fan of the cover.
If you told me this was just concept art that they used for the cover, I would believe it.
Feels too nice for
mean it's bad
to me. This seems too polished for maybe. I don't know. It's possible. But
this is probably the best cover we've seen for a game that is bad.
It's like this is a good cover. Also, the return of this framing on the huge reviews thing from the last one, I think.
But it's better.
These are just like swipes. These are like marker swipes. You know, it's like intentionally messy.
But this one I think works better. I think it's better than the other one. Like it's a better shape.
If it is promo art, it's one of the best promo art ones we've seen.
Does it make this too good to add to the list?
Too good? Okay.
This is not. This is too functionally adequate.
Do you think all the like sketch lines, like these are probably like the texture on here, which I really like. That's part of the art, right? Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it's all over here. It's not like scratches on the thing. I like it. It's got a good energy. But yeah, it's almost too good.
Yeah,
like
too competent.
It's like a comic cover. Okay, this is just.
Here we go. We finally did it. We found the best cover. What the fuck?
Hang on. This is numbered. Let me see. Okay, volume 67. Nothing. Volume 66. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Weird.
95.
It says bonus. I don't get their numbering scheme. It says bonus issue, but it is canonically issue 68. So how can it be a bonus issue if it's a mainline issue?
Maybe it's like 1,000 pages or something.
I don't know.
The year I started high school.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was my senior year of high school.
This
is obviously the greatest cover of all time.
This is extremely of its era.
Yeah.
Is all
even
I'm
the
say
font. Pass.
Let's move on.
So again, nice illustration.
Yeah, this is decent.
A terrible layout.
This is much better than the last Mega Man X.
Dude, all the lettering is like, oh my god, like
what
the
is
Sequest thing at the bottom, like the perspective skewing on the Sequest thing is. Ugh.
Wow.
Like
I
this
have not seen a mess of like text layout this bad on a magazine in a very long time.
Like the in-depth header being behind the first item. Just man,
What is happening?
this is a good cover. Like it's good art though. Like the art is fine. You could have turned this into something good.
Content. Wait, hang on. Scroll down. Contest. Be an extra on Sequest DSV. That's a fucking contest we're running in Nintendo Power. You want to go be on this Roy Scheider TV series?
Stop talking about Roy Scheider.
Never.
Officially too many mentions of Roy Scheider.
Never. I will never.
This is a mess of a cover.
Yeah, and the art is good. Like I said, it's a shame. But what
Yeah,
are
they
you
really
gonna
fucked
do?
this one up.
Okay, who's up next?
Oh my god.
What am I looking at? Holy shit.
Oh, this is a nightmare.
Yo,
Okay, this is NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Is that an insect?
That's the Hornets? Is that a Hornet?
it's the Hornet,
Not a
yeah.
Hornet. That is a
That's the
Hornet. Isn't it?
Hornet.
Okay.
Oh,
God,
they've
from
So-
North Carolina. You'd think I would know.
Here's the 90s have landed on Nintendo Power like the fucking asteroid that killed the dinosaurs.
Like I said, we are playing it loud.
Oh
Look
my
at-
god.
Look at this garbage here. Like I get it, you're trying to do a basketball, but you like filters have made it in a big way now. But like this Spherize on the on this and Nintendo Power 94 awards vote here, it's just illegible.
And they're doing the in-depth thing again with the
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think this is limited to Nintendo Power. Like, when did the Attitude Era start?
I'd say 94, 95.
Okay, yeah, we're right in it then. Like, this is just the 90s.
I mean, if we're talking about the actual wrestling 90 like Attitude Era, that's like 96, 97, but like I'd
Right.
say the 90s
we're-
tude was definitely this
we're-
era.
We're absolutely in that window here. So
This is just horrifying
They were just-
though.
following the trends, you know. It's
Just
bad.
give them the
It's-
full
it's
mascot
frightening.
costume.
This is, I mean, to the extent that we are actually ranking the worst covers ever, I think this should go on the list.
Oh
Do you-
yeah, this is horrible.
Do you think
This is-
somebody did the art and then was like, we don't have the license to use these basketball players. You cannot put these actual basketball. You cannot put like Michael Jordan on there. You need to get rid. And like, what do you want me to put on there? I already drew it. I don't stick a bullhead on him because we're done here. We cannot do it because it looks so out of place.
Yeah, it's not good. It's
not good.
rough.
It's bad. It's terrible, actually. It's
NBA
horrifying.
Jam deserves better.
Does it make a cover or a list?
I mean, it's just one of the
know.
worst ones we've seen so far.
It is a
how
night.
many different individual typefaces are there on this cover? I think I count at least a dozen.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think you're
like
right.
15? 1, 2, 3.
If you're counting like the postage and the barcode, yeah, like we're at least at like 13.
So many different fonts. Yes, chat points out that the Hornet has a tongue.
Yeah, sure
I think we have
does.
to move on. Can't look at this anymore.
All right, I'm not adding it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh god. One thing the kids love, Stargate.
I mean,
What is? Okay, first of all, my biggest question is, what is the new 64 Dream Team?
the new 16, the Nintendo Ultra 64 Dream Team?
Yes,
That
what
must
is
be
it?
what they're gesturing at.
I don't know.
Brad, I love this music, but I need to hear what the music from Stargate is.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I can tell you definitively this is the first time I have ever played the music from Stargate for the Super Nintendo.
Okay. Stargate, I don't remember being a great game. It is a pretty great movie. I have not watched any of the TV series. This is not a very good cover.
Oh, it's not a great cover. I mean, this is the closest that James Spader ever got to Nintendo Power, as far as I know. So,
Are you
so
sure?
in that respect,
No,
I'm
you got-
pretty in.
If you never played the N64 version of 1996 Crash, let me tell you, it's a real wild ride.
It's this picture, this art, they could have done better. They could have done better. They could have done better. Also, we got more codes for NBA Jam coming in. Codes.
They could have put Spader right on the cover. I mean, of course it
Yeah.
could be better. Oh boy.
Pass.
Bad cover. Bad cover. Good cover?
Kirby!
Pretty good cover.
Is this our first Kirby? Might be our second Kirby.
Might have been one before this.
This cover's all right. I think it also again suffers from just poor type treatment on the text on it. But
yeah,
art wise, at least we're doing something interesting with the eating the title.
Is he in prison?
I don't think there's
the
hamsters
in prison.
Yeah, I think he's got to
Right,
save
I mean,
it.
just concrete floor, brick walls. Like, this is what happened. Did he eat all the dreams? Like, how is he blandest possible environment
This is what's
Kirby has
left.
ever existed?
What's an X band?
It was a modem of some kind. I can't quite remember all the details.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what
Some
else
sort
we
of
got here.
modem.
True Lies,
Okay.
Warlock,
Okay.
something I can't read,
Uh-huh.
Task Force,
Justice League?
maybe.
Hey, Justice League Task Force?
Yes, this cover
Possibly.
was damaged, by the way. There is a little bit of, that's what that scraping there is.
Mhm.
Cyberspace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I just can't get past this background. Like, what are they doing?
Nothing
I mean,
good.
the latest-
Kirby lives?
The latest Kirby game has him on an apocalyptic island. Like, Kirby goes everywhere, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
I
Yeah.
did not add it. I can't even tell you what is going on here. I'm not
This
trying
is
to be
so-
a snarky.
Hey,
Okay.
Like I said, it's going to be a lot of this from now on.
This is okay.
We
Hang on.
joked a little. Okay, hold on. We joked a little bit about the Image Comics too much Jim, like, you know, fucking Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee style drawing. But this guy has so many muscles. There's too many fucking muscles on this guy.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
16-bit, no lie.
No lie.
What are they?
Oh.
What are they getting? Like, well, I didn't think you were lying. I like what?
Is that Fulgore? Fulgore stealing a NES controller.
Fulgore running away with a tiny Fulgore running away with a Super Nintendo controller is pretty good. I'm not gonna
Is the-
lie.
Is the implication
Or are they?
that Killer Instinct could not run on a 16-bit console?
Well, it looked
I think
really
that's
good. I mean,
probably-
it looked amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Super
So there was a Star Trek Deep Space
Super
Nine
Nintendo
game?
port has maybe aged old roughly, but
Hmm.
that's a pretty neat little inset thing. I like the tiny Fulgore. I don't know shit. I don't know shit about Weapon Lord or what this other dude is doing.
He looks like he's
Here.
taking a dump.
Just booping out this
Also, like,
Fulgore.
what? Is he on the deck of a ship? Like, what is this background? Like, what are any of
Yeah.
these backgrounds?
Indecipherable.
Maybe a Kraken back here. Movie Flask in the Twitch chat says, "Is this Killer Instinct text treatment a CAPTCHA?" Which is spot on. Like,
Yeah.
very good.
No robot could read this fucking text.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Oh my
Very
god.
All right, bad cover, but not
Bad-
bad.
Bad
enough.
cover.
Yeah.
Bad cover.
Oh,
Mm.
Donkey Kong! What are we doing?
Wait,
We gotta get off this art for Donkey Kong.
what is it? What is ACM?
You
Is-
can't
is
can't ask that on the screen. That's stream.
Yeah.
Yes.
That I would guess is ACM like some acronym they were using to describe that CG style that they were using for these games.
Animal Crossing Mobile. Animal Country. A country for animals.
You know, and
Like
I use it
animal-
with ACM. I bet anything.
What's okay?
Yes, advanced computer modeling.
Oh wow.
Okay.
They have their own branding for the visual look of games
don't-
using CG.
Are his feet supposed to be back there like this? What happened to his body? Are his legs like twisted around to the side?
I think he's swimming.
But that's not where. That doesn't look right.
You sure that's a foot?
I
think it
that's
is.
a foot.
I think I know a foot when I see one.
He's like, that's not right. What's when pigs fly?
That's for you to open the issue and find out.
Is
not like subtitle of the Game Boy game, is it?
or
Oh,
is
I
that
think that's what they're saying. ACM on Game Boy? When pigs fly.
does that mean it's not happening?
I truly don't know. There's flying pig enemies in the game.
Oh, okay.
But that's just not like, that's not a good bit.
I
How
love that this is like basically an early example of a YouTube thumbnail. ACM on Game Boy?
Yeah.
No, Donkey Kong doesn't have the right face. He needs to be, a little more shocked.
I like all the little kind of sunlight dappling all over everything to give it an underwater look.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
That's the power of ACM for you.
How about what is Nosferatu? Is that a Super Nintendo game?
Oh yeah, it's based on the F.M. Murnau film. You know, it's a 1930s silent film in 16-bit video game form.
Chrono Trigger is in this issue and didn't get the cover. Man, fuck this. Let's move on.
It's Japan's RPGs. What's next?
I don't know. Oh no.
Oh no.
Bother.
Sorry.
Oh
Sorry,
man.
Gubei Yokoi. You did a lot for the company, but you went out on a low
What
note.
the fuck is in the background, man? I've had this dream. Look, it's Mario. Look, Mario.
Yeah, no, that's the demon I see when I have night terrors.
There's Mario stuck in this like flesh tapestry back here.
Yes. Virtual Boy, a puzzle of flesh.
Oh my god.
Are you supposed to look at this cover through a Virtual Boy?
What is who are you?
This is a different kind of mess. I'll give it that.
This thing is really is this supposed to be like an exploded view? I guess that's what's going on here, right?
I guess.
Think so.
The parts are kind of coming apart, like it's going to be a diagram or something.
Oh, it's coming apart.
So I will point out, 2 months running, they had the option of putting Chrono Trigger on the cover, and they didn't. I'm going to write Nintendo Power's fucking wrong right now.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice. There you go. All right. Well, we got a little Mario Tennis art down here. What is why does it say dog here?
Or
is that
dogs?
Is that DDG?
Are those actually are those fingers?
Oh, those
have
fingers.
Like word dog. Those are dog fingers.
Oh, what's this?
Dog food.
What? Yeah, maybe fingers.
I'm not sure this cover was ever meant to be stared at with this level of scrutiny.
Ooh.
This Mario back here, though, it's tripping me out. This is a nightmare.
Like a magic eye painting.
Look right here. Where's Dan Reichert? Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2, right on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it right on
Legally speaking, it is a Mario game.
Oh, it's a power preview.
Power preview.
Power preview.
Okay, well, this is a nightmare. I almost want to add it because it's a mess, but I don't want to ever see it again. So I'm skipping
me
it.
either.
Yeah. Moving on.
Kind of with you. Killer Instinct.
Okay.
All right.
Full Gore makes a real cover.
It's not just stealing a Super Nintendo controller now.
Yeah.
Of the Killer Instinct roster, I would say Full Gore is probably one of the more eye-catching characters.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm with you. Yes.
People fucking loved cyborgs back then.
Skeleton especially with the shield is all right.
Cyborgs with energy claws and a ponytail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, is it just a robot? I think it's just a robot.
I don't know.
We called everything cyborgs in 1995.
Is there a person in there? I don't know. It's mysteries, Full Gore mysteries. I don't know.
And Donkey Kong Country 2 with a little Diddy and Dixie. Is that who that is? Dixie and Diddy?
Yeah, I think so. This is the best of this era of covers we've seen so far.
Hang on. I may have to transition from one music player to another here.
Okay.
I actually don't know. Oh, man. Never mind. I don't think. Oh, bummer. I don't think I ever got around to tracking down my copy of Killer Cuts. Damn it.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. This can be rectified. Oh, no, it can't. This is a pain. Hold on. Actually,
what's up with the birds? Yeah, Alex, do you know why there are birds in the background here? Are there?
That must be like a stage level thing. It's been so long since I played old Killer Instinct that I could not tell you many details about it beyond Kilgore. But nonetheless,
Kilgore. Is this what the Killer
Instinct? Sorry, Fulgore.
Yeah, no, I like Kilgore better. It's
that's the time
Catch-22
Killers version
about that. Is this the Killer Instinct logo, or is that just? This doesn't look right to me.
Oh, that's definitely not the logo.
Okay.
I think that's better than the logo.
some treatment for this cover, probably. I'd guess. That's my guess. Keep talking about Killer Instinct. I'm almost there.
Yeah, I don't know how much more I know about Killer Instinct. Why is there a
decent amount of that Xbox one?
Does he have an extra leg coming in from side here?
I think there's a body on the ground behind him.
Oh, he's laying somebody to waste.
It's just not easy to see.
There it is.
It's Jago, is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Had to happen. Jago,
whatever.
I had to.
Jago.
What is that percussion? Is that somebody like banging a pipe in a factory? Like that.
Sure, it's very corn.
I mean, it's definitely someone's synthesizer replicating that sound.
It's definitely like metal on metal. Like that is such a 90s percussive flourish.
Yes.
What are thoughts on Killer Instinct? Like of its time was fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a good fighting game, but
it's not bad. I was kind of fascinated by it for like a month.
All right, I'm gonna say pass on this one.
Yeah, again, so far the best of this era, but
what we got next?
All right. Oh my god!
This is not a diss on Yoshi's Island. No, this don't look great.
This wins purely on account of a diaper that says hot news.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Man.
There's too much negative space on Baby Mario's diaper ass. Could you put some words on there?
Hot
Baby Mario's got some hot news for you.
It's pretty good.
God, he's got some hot something for you.
Yeah, hot news. I need a change.
Oh boy,
this is a nice. I like this cover. This is all right. It's a little messy. They need to lose this treatment, but
like I know they were going for the hand drawn thing, but it looks a little too MS Paint.
I don't mind it, but I hear what you're saying. I think it fits the style of the game.
Yeah.
This breakout here, I don't love. Civilization on what?
On something.
It came to Super Nintendo?
I don't know if it actually did.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound right to me either. I don't know. Real Monsters, that's all right. Primal Rage.
Oh, apparently it did. Civ totally did come to Super Nintendo. That's wild.
Yeah.
And PlayStation.
Okay.
Oh.
I bet that version was real good.
This cover's okay. This is pretty good. You're right. This is the best part, though. Hot news on the booty is it's pretty good. I have a pair of sweatpants that say hot news right on the ass as well. I usually wear them on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to take a pass on this one.
Hot news.
Hang on. I got to find the one Yoshi's Island song.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh, what is this? What is this weird, like, circuit bent version of this thing? What is going on here?
Is that like a Yoshi singing?
Not what I was looking for.
It's like the sound
what I was looking for.
Here it is. Okay. Oh, God. I thought I was losing my mind.
This sounds like the other one sped up.
Okay. All right. Centering myself again.
All right.
I'm good.
You thought we had missed all the good covers. We're just in a terrible streak here.
Yeah.
Kind of a rough illustration here, but the diaper really just...
Yes. Hot news.
Yeah.
Hot diaper. Hot news.
Some good work. Whoever did this. All right.
Mortal Kombat just gets... Fighting games get kind of done rotten, I think, on the Nintendo Power treatment. Maybe it's because they're humans.
This is a pretty rough Cyrax.
I'm not saying Cyrax deserves better. I'm just saying it's not real good.
Oh, man.
A little hand poking out of the net.
What is with this E3 ass MK3 logo?
You're dead right about that.
Really look like the E3 logo.
Yes, you're right. Maybe it was shown at E3? What month is this?
This is the year of the first E3, isn't it? Are we still in 95?
I think it is. Yeah.
Oh, this was after. This was a few months after, but yeah. just enough time for the visual treatment of E3 to trickle down to other things.
Yeah. Oh, look, you got another arcade cabinet, WWF arcade cabinet. That's not so bad. You got Booger Man. This is like a Dan Reichert edition. Look at this. You got MK, WWF arcade game, Booger Man, his favorite game, Secret of Evermore. Man.
Yes. Who's in the net? Who's that in the net?
I don't know.
Man, I don't know. The secret to drawing the Mortal Kombat cyborgs is to de-emphasize the fact that their costume looks like it was assembled from pieces you got at Dick's Sporting Goods.
You're not
they
just a
decided
BMX
to
biker.
emphasize that here.
This is not a great cover all around. What I would like to know, I assume this was a sticker that came on this particular thing for resubscribe, because I kind of want to see what Out of the Way, Killer Instinct classic, like what are we variant? Yeah, I kind of want to know why it's getting out of the way. That's the Killer Instinct logo though. Okay.
Yes, it is.
This is a bad of here.
Yeah,
bad. Wait, Game Boy Killer Instinct. Oh, we saw that at one point, didn't we? It's terrible.
I'm told.
Oh, okay, Vault. Okay. Man.
All right.
Man, they really had Killer Instinct and not much else at this point, didn't they?
This is well, we're getting into late period Super Nintendo the Saturn and the PlayStation were both out at this point, so Nintendo's kind of flailing around without much to do.
Stuff with graphics.
Except crank out ACM games, apparently.
Oh wow.
Hey,
it's all right.
Like Donkey Kong Country. How about some more of that?
What's Virtual Boy Wario Land? Is that what they're pitching over here?
Yes.
Dude, how fast did they pump out Donkey Kong Country games? That's a lot. 3 Donkey Kong Country games in like 2 years or something.
Wait, what's the... Is this like a first look?
Must have been.
New N64 controller?
I think that's what it is, new 64.
The N64 controller is so old hat to me at this point. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Huh.
This is what, December 95, so we're still... Well, it was almost out in Japan, right? At this point?
I think so.
We're still most of a year away from the US release, but I guess it came out in Japan not too long after this, right? Maybe even around this time, I forget.
In-depth Waterworld.
Can't miss this issue.
Nope.
Oh, man.
I'm going to say no.
Watch me.
Oh, look at this.
New year.
Except
you can't actually read what those letters are.
Have they still not dropped the Ultra 64 name at this point?
I don't think so.
I guess not. I forget when that happened. I'm still just assuming that's what NU means, but...
Is this like a Mad Magazine back cover thing? If you put it together, does something happen? Does it say N64 if you fold it? Is it
maybe just a not great copy of the issue?
Is it Mad Magazine or Cracked? Which was the one where you fold them in the back? Can't remember.
Mad. Fold in.
That's right.
I'm trying to figure out for sure what NU stands for, but I...
Well, look, at this point, Korn's self-titled album was out by now, so clearly they were going for the new metal crowd.
Oh, look, the shadow here is a 64. I didn't even notice that.
Yep.
Yeah, because the whole thing's so goddamn messy.
Uh-huh. Man. Well, this is bad.
That's not great. Also
it's kind of
listed as a bonus issue, also volume 80. Not sure that makes sense, but sure.
They might have been bigger, they might have been thicker for the year.
There were
Killer Instinct.
I think there were some double issues.
Okay, this does not look like Nintendo Power. This is more like kind of Game Pro or like Game Cheats or something like that of the time. The newsprinty covers.
Yeah.
This
we are
is
literally doing everything we can to emphasize that this arcade game will appear on a Nintendo console.
That's right. There's that fat Rareware logo on there. Just so you know.
This is
This is rough.
This is maybe taking the spot as one of the worst covers.
It's a bad cover.
It's not the messiest. It just sucks.
God, that background is so. Ugh! Look at that thing.
I think we've hit a low here.
Oh, look how low res that is. I mean, this is kind of
pretty bad
for a while. I can tell you.
Let's just maybe move on.
Yes. Let's pretend this never happened. This is also Jesus Christ.
not great. I mean, great game, fantastic game.
Oh yeah, nothing against the game, but what are we doing here?
We've got a Nintendo 64 in print. So there's your
draw
Nintendo
a
64.
hammer on this Mario hand that is clearly not holding this hammer.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I forgot how great the intro music is to this game.
This hammer is 8 times the height of Mario.
And it's in the foreground and he has smushed some kind of enemy here. That's a pretty rough looking Bowser though.
He looks tired.
Very tired.
That is a depressed Bowser.
This is such a colorful game, and they chose this background for the cover.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ugh. Also,
Pass.
that cloud guy looks like he's up to no good.
He is definitely is up to no good.
This must be, isn't that Mallow? I forget, isn't that dude's name?
Yeah.
I played this game once. Somebody in chat, tell me if that's Mallow. Also, must be the point where they actually changed the name of the console.
Right.
Newsflash, Nintendo 64.
Yes, that's Mallow.
We're in like a busy period for the cover. Like they've taken a turn here. Like their design team has taken a turn.
The stretch of movie license games they keep putting on here, Cutthroat fucking Island, man. Talk about a movie no one remembers.
What is College Slam? Oh, Cutthroat Island is like a historic disaster.
Yeah, that's the only thing anyone remembers about it.
I think it put the studio out of business, didn't it?
It basically killed Rennie Harlan's career. I remember that, and very nearly killed Gina Davis's as well.
Yes, I'd swear. I want to say whoever backed that. Yes, Carolco.
Yeah.
Carolco, the studio behind Terminator 2, went out of business because of Cutthroat Island.
It's a bad movie.
Yes. All right. Not a great cover either.
No.
Man, what is with Earthworm Jim getting the competent covers?
This is less competent.
Yeah, I like this one less, but most not because of the artwork, because of the layout.
Yeah, like, still the text treatment is a bit all over the place, but like the art and even the placement of the text, like not bad.
Also, I'm just gonna say again, I still don't understand their reasoning. I mean, granted, I'm sure some of this is like dictated by deals they do, but like, you got Shadows of the Empire, Star Wars. Putting Earthworm Jim 2 on the cover.
Yeah.
Kirby's Block Ball would be more interesting.
Hey, Earthworm Jim was very popular.
I know, but why?
It's true. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a mandate to put like shipping games as the cover art.
Yeah, maybe.
They want to push games that they're selling actively, right?
Yeah, I
Shadows
guess.
of the Empire is a preview. That's not available yet.
Pass.
Right. Decent cover, but you know. Now
This next cover.
As I said, we were not nearly through all of the Griffey material.
No way.
Did they forget to do the bottom part?
I don't know what's going on there. I think that maybe is a Photoshop. That looks like somebody cloned stamp.
That's not a Photoshop. That's a fucking photo disaster.
Wait, is this for real? Because it looks like some text is just missing from this thing.
Oh, it looks like somebody maybe clone stamped out the address thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's a different thing. Never mind then. We'll leave that alone.
Okay. Well, we won't leave this alone.
No, he's so happy. Look how happy he is.
Sliding right onto your shelf.
No. If I was Ken Griffey Jr. in that era, I'd be pretty happy.
Wow. What's a mohawk and headphone jack?
Oh, it's a game.
I don't look. They have their own little logos here now.
I feel like I've heard the phrase mohawk and headphone jack before. I think it's a Super Nintendo. Yes, it is. Not a great one, I don't believe.
No, but he's happy, and I'm happy that he's happy.
Look how happy he is. Man.
we can let this one go. But
It's pretty good.
Apparently, Super Mario RPG has transitioned to the Epic Center. I want to go hang out at the Epic Center. All right.
Yes.
N64 blowout, huh?
Wait, go back one and forward one.
Dude,
Are they just sliding into each other?
This is your inaugural Super Mario 64 cover? Like, come on.
It's all right. That's all right.
Oh.
It's pretty bad, but
Background.
that's all right.
Background is pretty drab for what this game actually looks like.
If you can, you go back to Ken Grip. Yeah. Now forward again. They're just. You put these side by side. They're just gonna. They're gonna collide right into each other. Yeah, this is this is a shame for a pretty fantastic groundbreaking game. This is
I feel like if they had not felt the need to jam the N64 cube in there, maybe they could have done a little more with it, but that Mario apparently had to be sitting on a damn cube.
And you don't have to fit everything on his shoe.
No. Badly, I should say. They did not do a good job of getting that text on there.
This is a great issue, though. Look what's on that
Yeah,
shoe.
there's a lot of good stuff in here.
It's a lot of stuff. How many
It's
of those
like-
shipped at launch? Can't
Let's
remember.
see, Shadows did. I thought GoldenEye was a little later, but I can't really remember.
Pilot Wings was at the top, right?
Yeah,
Let's
it
see,
was.
What do we got here? Last Core did not make it out. Pilot Wings obviously did. Cruising USA
Maybe Cruisin' did?
did. Shadows of the Empire did.
Yeah,
Okay, they
GoldenEye
got
was
most
like a
of it.
year later.
GoldenEye definitely not. No. Wow, I didn't realize they were pushing GoldenEye before the console shipped. That's something. We're pretty close to launch at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Mario 64 deserves a better cover than this.
Yes.
Like, is Mario hanging out in the Shire? Like, this just doesn't fit somehow.
It doesn't read, yeah.
Hold on a
is
second.
not-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yep.
6. Okay.
Tracks.
Double check. Yeah, we're good. No, bad cover. Mario 64 deserves better.
Agreed.
Yes. It does. Boy,
All right, we just need to get everyone on this thing.
pick this one apart.
It's just
What?
Oh, what's wrong with Kirby?
That's not a regulation Kirby.
Somebody
Oh.
forgot how Kirby what Kirby
I'm
looked
not
like.
quite sure what's going on with this Kirby.
That's not. That's Herbie.
You know, having played that newest Kirby, though, I guess this is a good lesson that creepy Kirbys have been around for longer than you thought.
That's just. I don't like
This-
it.
Does Mario always have 5 fingers? Look, this picture, he just looks like he has too many fingers. Does he always have 5 fingers?
I
does he
don't
have-
know, actually.
Does he have 4 fingers usually? There's something about this that looks like too many fingers.
Once
need to-
again, Bowser extremely depressed. What's the elephant from?
Is that DK?
Is that Donkey Kong?
That's from Donkey Kong, I think.
Okay. And then we got the little pilot wings thing there, kind of as an afterthought.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, they tried to jam a lot in here, and I don't think it worked.
All right, we're getting confirmation.
Bass
5
Master
finger
Classic
Mario.
Pro Edition.
It's it's a bad one.
Enter
Is that
to
a-
win in 64.
Is it a thwomp at the top?
Yeah. Supposedly. Theoretically.
The rare red thwomp.
Yeah. Rough cover. Just,
Rough
What a
cover.
y'all got a lot of games to push. You got a console coming out and everything, but this is just, maybe a little self-restraint.
Mario
Yeah.
wants out of this cover.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
All right. Bad.
Bad.
Huh.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, of this era, I don't mind this one.
This is.
I don't know, man.
I don't
Depends on
mind
your
it.
view. This really rests
This is
on
a-
your view on Yoshi violence, I guess.
This is a Trapper Keeper ass cover.
Yeah.
I don't mind
Yeah.
this one. Of the ones we've looked at, this is my favorite so far, but that's not saying a lot. I just think you got it's a Kamek. What's the wizard's name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up there knocking out Yoshi. All right.
It just feels to me like they realized too late that Tetris Attack was not going to cover the visuals of this cover on its own. And it's like, I don't know, just throw some fucking Yoshi shit in there, whatever.
You got Mole Mania. Gretzky.
With the whole ass backgrounds. Like, what are they doing? Like, what is this drab brick wall? Like, they have all this nice art, and you just throw the crappiest image behind it. Just, shit, get it out the door.
We have fallen so far from that original Tetris cover.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why is Yoshi on this cover?
Adatree is saying the red block on the previous cover was a junk piece from Tetris Attack, tying into Tetris Attack here.
Is Yoshi in? Is Yoshi in Tetris Attack in some way?
I have not played Tetris Attack in a very long time. I don't remember Yoshi being in there.
Who are the people that break through the wall?
There's a Yoshi stage in Tetris Attack, apparently. Okay.
What are the scary faces that hide behind the wall?
I don't know, but apparently they got Yoshi.
Yeah, Yoshi's done. I like this cover, but I don't think it's making a list.
No.
Not terrible. It's not terrible. I don't like the wall.
God, this is maybe again in the top 5 worst covers.
Bowser has had a long night of drinking, and it's all coming to a head right here.
This is
he is barfing up fire.
His eyes are super red.
Like, that is the face of a man who is like staring down the barrel of a toilet.
What did I do last night? What is
shouldn't have eaten that toad.
What is the I shouldn't have put too much hot sauce on him. What is this back here? Like this globe?
I don't fucking know, dude. It's an orb. Why is there an orb?
Is this? Wait, this is his hand?
Rotten. I think it's supposed to be, yeah. That's his arm.
Oh. Wait.
Oh, those are the bombs you throw him into in Mario 64. Okay. That doesn't look like it, but yeah.
This is his arm. Okay, so he's like flying.
I guess. Or maybe he's being flung.
But this is a foot?
Like, is there a double version of this cover where on the back Mario is holding him by the tail and he's being flung?
Oh, interesting.
Is that what they're going for?
Okay, I would believe that. I mean,
but I'm just saying, as a standalone cover in this particular format, this looks like shit.
It's a very interesting. I could see it. Yeah, maybe the reverse. But man, that's.
We need to figure out if there is a back cover to this, because I kind of want to see it.
What issue is this? This is issue 88, September 1996.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll take a look here on the old internet. Issue 88.
I need to know before we move on from this,
No
which we will,
power.
because this is not going on there.
Let's see. Looking. So far, not seeing anything. Got the entire issue here.
Have you discussed Maui, Mallard, and Cold Shadow?
No, we haven't. We're too fixated on whether this is an action shot of Mario flinging Bowser or not.
Is that a Daffy Duck thing? I'm gonna guess. By any chance?
That sounds.
I don't know.
I'd believe that.
Oh, it's a Donald Duck thing.
Okay.
Oh God.
We have confirmation here. I'm gonna bring this
someone
up.
Found the back.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. This is a pure guess on my part, because I was definitely not getting Nintendo Power at this point in my life.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I'm gonna try and bring this up.
The back cover completes the image, and yes, in fact, Mario is throwing Bowser.
Very, very nicely done. Hold on, let me get
Boy,
this
can you
up
not
here.
tell that by just looking at the cover?
No. You have to stare at it a while before that it becomes clear.
This is the kind of stuff I mean. Like these things are just so in your face. It's like impossible to see what's going on. Why does he need to fill the entire cover?
Okay,
Head cover.
Here we go.
You got it?
I can tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, that Mario is on tilt.
Wait, change the system. Is that why is a
Change
ghost?
the system.
Is a ghost telling me to get a Nintendo 64? What is that? I also don't know what that is, but
somehow this added perspective does not make any of this better.
it makes it a little better. Man, yeah. All right, bad double cover.
Yeah. I can tell you can buy a copy of Maui Mallard and Cold Shadow on Steam for $5.99.
Oh, is it Daffy Duck?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
no, it's a Donald Duck, isn't it?
Mixed user reviews.
Hmm.
Here's the entire tagline on Steam. When he morphs into a ninja, you'd better duck.
Oh, okay. Donald Duck. Donald Ducking. Got it.
That's the one. All right.
Yes, we've had enough of Bowser getting a colonoscopy. Let's move on.
I saw. Oh man, I think this is about where I think this is about where I stopped last night when I was looking through covers. I was like, I have to stop. I'm done.
Okay, so here's what my first thing I want to say is this right here, like, has some good Batman the Animated Series going on. Like, but then these portraits underneath are
it's the portraits. It's the portrait. Like the smoke is fine. Like it's not. The smoke is totally fine. Like it's not bad.
Yeah,
but these portraits are all like, holy shit.
This
How's that even
is
possible.
This is real bad. Who is this with the no eyes here?
I think that's Ermac.
Yeah, that's Ermac.
Okay.
That is the worst Sonya Blade I've ever seen. I can't even see the mouth.
Dude, like they are all. I don't like. They've gone through like 18 different Photoshop filters, and I don't know why.
We need them to look like their portraits from the game, but we are giving you no budget to recreate this. Enjoy. You have 5 minutes. Go.
Yeah, like I don't mind the smoke though.
No, it's not bad, but like God, and the layout of this whole thing is just it again. Pick a font.
Yes, maybe the Mortal Kombat font.
Kind of don't mind all the little right angle line treatment things.
Also, increase your mortality rate is a really bad tagline.
Also,
really
when
bad.
you have Street Fighter Alpha 2 and a Mortal Kombat trilogy, and you pick MK trilogy for the cover, I don't know about your judgment. Granted, that would have been the Super Nintendo Street Fighter Alpha 2, but this is a bad one.
There's a Shadows of the Empire comic adventure. That's not so bad.
Oh.
Yay! Exclusive interview, Mr. Miyamoto, inside N64 development. That's cool.
We have not had a good cover in a while here.
No, we haven't. I think we might be nearing.
A while. Yes. Oh my God, Maui Mallard and Cold Shadow is back.
This is a god awful cover.
It's bad. This is a lot.
That snowman is questioning his life choices.
I think around 100. Around 100 is where I decided we should probably call it. From what I've thumbed through already, because they just get bad. Maybe we should just pick up the pace a little bit here.
This is terrible.
This is literally just ACM vomit all over the front of this cover.
That snowman is like, dude, please just be quiet on my head. Fuck, man.
This computer modeling is not so advanced, I'm afraid.
Yes, but that bear in the background though is super chill. Look at that guy.
Right, the bear's just hanging out, man.
All right.
Okay, I'm here wearing shoes and a hat and nothing else. I'm ready to party.
What is... Oh, man, these go from... They don't get better, do they?
No.
Brad, take us through.
Do they get better? You tell me. I don't know. Do they get better? I would love to know. I'm genuinely asking. Do they get better?
Are we in like the reboot computer animated series phase of things?
This is like Xavier Renegade Angel level bad.
They had the power. They did not know how to use it.
Man.
Holy shit, man.
It's really something. It's really something.
This is tough.
Boy.
This is a pain. You're not selling me on your system.
No.
Oh gosh.
No.
The proportions are bad, the textures are bad, the faces are bad, the hair is somehow the worst.
It's the eyes, like the faces, like just
It's got a real reboot look to it. It's just bad.
But bad. Like Reboot's actually okay. Like,
The reboot might be all right.
Reboot holds up. This even in its day, I can't anymore. I'm sorry.
All right, what's next?
I mean,
Just next. I mean, Shadows of the Empire is great.
this just feels lazy.
This is
This is
just
super lazy.
It's
You
really,
finally get Shadows of the Empire on the cover, and this is what you give me.
it works. I mean, this functions as a cover. This is legible, unlike this god awful monstrosity. But
I don't like the Stormtroopers codpiece there. Like in the
No.
there's something like a little too curvy about it, like a little
Yeah.
too penis like at the bottom
Look,
there.
sometimes the balls they need a little, there's a little dangle
Little
there.
extra-
you just
a
need to
little
let
extra.
them down. Yeah,
This
Yeah.
is a
You
video
know-
game at least.
yeah, it's all right.
it is a video game at least. I actually just went and downloaded the Mario Kart 64 soundtrack 2 days ago, not even thinking about this stream. Serendipity.
It's all right.
I remain adamant that Mario Kart 64 is unfairly maligned. It's not the best. It's,
Yeah.
it's,
People not
it's
like
good. Oh yeah,
Is it considered a bad one?
depends on who you ask. There are people who absolutely
Hmm.
hate it. I'm not one of those people.
It's all right. This game, the cover. It's all right. Kind of fun. I'm not gonna go to bat for it though.
No, it's just it's comparatively tolerable compared to a lot of what we've seen.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is like, the CG is at least not monstrous.
Yes.
Hey, look at, I just noted the difference between the Mario mustache and the Luigi mustache.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Different styles of mustache.
Not
That's
so
how you tell them
scalloped.
apart.
That's the only way.
scoops, no scoops on the Luigi there.
Okay.
This is not terrible. This is not terrible.
Well, I don't know. Look at
think
look at
it's-
Turok.
I think it's pretty good. It's a pretty good composition. Like I think the layout, like it's fairly tastefully done, I would say.
I don't think you're supposed
just-
to look at Torok.
I'm looking at Turok, dude, and that is not. That's.
I think you're supposed to look at the dinosaur. Don't look at Torok.
I mean, I'm looking at the dinosaur, but then my eyes are drawn down to Turok, and that's
he's a little mushy. Okay, dinosaur though. Like okay for a
Yeah.
cover. Like we're
This is
in the
not terrible.
okay.
in the dark ages. Like this is okay.
By the standards of the time, this is a masterpiece. This is a lot. Fear and Loathing on Phobos. That's
No,
pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm into that. I mean, this was probably right in the Fear and Loathing movie window,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, around this time ish.
Martian bats, man.
Just bad.
This-
like the
This cover
N64
has
maybe.
one. This cover has one thing, and it is orange.
It's pretty orange. Will not lie.
Ugh. Bad. This is bad.
Too much. Too much. I've had enough. Man. Oh God. Oh,
Okay, now this is just
not
the best
Much better.
Doom thing you've seen.
That's. And Doom 64 is weird. It's like its own separate thing.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no, this is supposed to be a Mancubus, isn't it? What the hell?
It's a first-person cover though. Look at that gun at the bottom.
True, that's true. I'll give you that.
Boy,
Oh, War Gods is in this issue. Great.
man, Blastcore making like a
Oh, this
run
is-
here.
Yeah. Man.
Oh no!
See, this is
Oh,
exactly
now we're in the
why
good
I
stuff.
said, as we're approaching issue 100, that we might
Oh
want to have it.
man! Oh man!
play fucking fighter, man.
Oh boy. Why don't we just, you want to just start whipping through them?
I've seen enough on this one.
Yeah,
they're
me
all
too.
varying shades of
Space
revolting.
Station Silicon Valley.
Jeez!
All right.
Is this another spread them out
No.
cover?
Maybe it's like the in 64, maybe a little early to be putting your in-game assets on the cover.
It's a
yeah,
garbage-looking cover though.
it's not
I don't
good.
know, man.
The Hexen tablet is not doing it for me either.
Yeah.
Man, bad. Brad, take us through. Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
you got the actor. I guess that's cool.
I mean, this is just okay. They did something to his face here because this is basically the GoldenEye poster art, but like his head looks a little different, and I'm not sure why.
You're right. Something with that face is off.
It's like they drew eyeliner on him.
Like, what is it about it?
I don't know. There's just something off about the eyes.
I'm gonna look up the GoldenEye cover. Yeah. I'm trying to find more key art. Is it not him?
It looks like...
Sorry, go ahead.
Well,
no, you go ahead.
Chat says he looks like Billy Zane, which I can't disagree with.
You're not wrong.
Are you sure this is him? Or like a lookalike?
I think it is.
God, what if it is a lookalike and I just... Man.
Because like...
It's entirely possible it's a lookalike.
I think it might just be color grading. Like something about the color grading is like changing his look.
It's not
like maybe they tried to like smooth him out to make him look a little more video gamey.
I'm not sure. It's I don't know.
Maybe it's a stunt double.
Maybe they didn't have the rights to put him on there.
Yeah, it's not an identical photo. Like, it's not the exact same photo, but, like, it's just close enough.
Yeah, like, they're going for it. They're trying to do that. Weird.
But there's just, like, a little too much Timothy Dalton in there.
I can see it, yeah. This is the Bond.
Yeah.
This is the every Bond.
We fed every Bond into an AI, and this is what it sped out.
Yes, this is the machine-generated Bond. Of all Bonds. Okay. 100 best games of all time, you say?
This is number 100. Boy.
This is number 100. This is fine as a 100th anniversary or 100th issue. Spectacular.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
Could be better.
This is totally functional. I'm not offended.
Well, man, we haven't added anything in a while.
No. Can you see what 101 looks like?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go through a bunch rapidly here because we're in the bad old days here.
No,
actually, that's not terrible. This is not very memorable. Who is that?
Nope.
Who's Green Bay number 4 in 1997?
Well, that should be Brett Favre, but that does not look like Brett Favre's face at all.
I kind of see it. I don't know. Something about this scan is a little...
That is a Rich Gannon right there.
Oh, boy. Is there really a football player named Rich Gannon?
Yes, there was a football player named Rich Gannon.
God almighty. I want to see what the Zelda 64... God, I can't believe I just called it. The Ocarina of Time cover, excuse me. Oh, too many Yoshis. Nope. There's just nope. Oh boy. Another Hogan.
Yeah. Here. Oh god. Okay. First of all, okay. Yeah, I'm going to hang on this for just 1 second here.
He's turning into polygons.
Yes, he's turning into polygons terribly. Also, they have done Sting rotten here. He does not deserve to be in this position in this cover. Sting is a far greater wrestler, far greater person. Fuck this.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Blah. Oh,
this is incomprehensible.
There's a snowboarder jumping forward. I see it. Okay.
See, it's in motion, so you shouldn't be able to discern any detail whatsoever.
Okay. Next.
All right.
Okay.
This is just basketball.
Just looks like a Sports Illustrated. Yeah.
Yeah, like without all the mess of text everywhere, this would be totally fine. Like this is totally a pretty good action shot.
So this is just basketball.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Man, dude,
Griffey.
I didn't realize Griffey went for the trifecta. That's a lot of Griffey. I mean, again, granted, he works for their team.
Yeah. Nintendo, by the way, still minority owners of the Mariners.
Really? Oh,
yes, they still have a small ownership stake.
Oh, I thought they divested completely. Interesting. We're just getting into like bad CG territory.
Yeah, I feel like we've taken a step back here.
It's bad CG in wrestling.
That is
pretty much what we got.
barf cover.
Pretty much what we got.
For a barf game.
All right.
These are just too much.
Yeah. Like, dude, look at this. This stuff is like...
That is...
Like, you can't even talk about this anymore.
There's nothing left here.
The wheels have come off.
This is okay. I feel like where are
All
we at
joy
here?
has left.
October. Well, I started to say I'm going to keep going until we get to the Zelda cover, but I'm pretty sure it's next. It was next.
Aw, now that is a good cover.
Yes. Like, this is so uncharacteristically a decent cover.
I'm adding
It's
it
like
just because it's a relief.
It's like they got a new art director.
Still pushed in a little close. You could pull back a little bit, maybe let it breathe some, but like,
I'm okay.
pretty much fine.
He's centered in there, which is all right.
Pretty
Like,
much fine.
It's nice art.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
it's concept art, but it's good.
I don't know about that font on The Legend of Zelda, but
It pops. That's all that matters, considering everything else we've been looking at.
anyway, all right.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
gonna call it there.
go forward too.
I mean, really want to spend time on stuff like this. I can't help you.
Nope.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
no,
okay.
hang on. Go back
That's
to
okay.
fucking Beetle Adventure.
It's, they did what they could. Okay,
Oh,
we were deep into Nintendo 64 territory at this point. They were working with what they had.
oh, this is rough.
This is pretty good. Not so good.
Mm-hmm.
Not amazing.
I think we're done here.
Rotten. That's those eyes. Okay, I can't. They're staring at my soul. We have to stop.
Ooh, no. No.
Hey,
No part of this.
124 is where we're stopping with the covers.
Actually, you should go to 125 just because that'll be a nice round number.
All right. Fine.
One more.
It's cheating.
All right.
This is cheating.
We're done.
This is
Aw,
cheating. This is
that's
just-
an
this
okay
is just
cover. I
cartoon.
like that cover.
Yeah.
This is just animation art. That's cheating.
Here, I've got I can scroll. I've got the panel list if we just want to scroll down quickly here, since you wind up
All
getting
right.
all these covers. Here's a quick look at where we go from here.
Oh, hey, Mankind's coming up. Shout out to Mick Foley.
Like,
there's Tony Hawk.
some of these. Oh, that's
Some of
not
these
so
are
good.
okay.
This Game Boy one not so good. Like, I feel like they turned it around. Oh, they didn't realize when they changed their masthead.
Yeah.
It's like kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, nothing really memorable here, but like nothing. Some of the stuff is like more readable.
There you go. There's your Bond again.
We are with every cover, we are getting less and less Bronson.
Whoa.
Or Brosnan.
What is?
Oh, Star Fox Adventures. Wow. Okay.
Oh, I don't remember this at all.
It's
Really?
not great.
No, the cover. That's so.
Yeah.
Hey, I think this might be our best. This is
Good
pretty
saying.
good.
I mean,
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
Prime is a hell of a game.
We're into the like incredibly exaggerated shoulder
Mm.
pauldrons era of
Mhm.
Samus.
The ideal era.
Yeah.
But I'll take it. It's good.
But now we're getting into basically the era of like when
Yes.
I was working in games media, so I think we call it there.
Yeah, these are.
Yeah.
Well, are we ready
Should we take a look at
to?
what we got?
Yeah.
Let's just look at the short list real fast. Here.
Let's just look at our winners again.
So here's what we've got in no particular order.
I think we should go through these and come up with our own, like, here are my 10, your 10. And then just see where we line up and where we don't.
I don't know that I have a 10 necessarily.
You think we can get to a top 10? Should we delete the ones that we don't think would make a top
Okay,
10?
Here's the easiest way to do this. Let's start at the beginning and all say if we think it should be in or not.
Okay.
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 All right.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Maybe not.
Mm,
Maybe not.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna move it over
Yes.
then. Yes.
It's literally just going to be the first 10 issues of the magazine, isn't it?
No,
We'll
not
see.
necessarily, but
Okay.
Zelda 2 for now. Ninja Gaiden almost certainly.
I
Okay.
love the ninja so much. I can't say no to it.
It's so bad.
Mr. Wiley here.
Yes.
He's so good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say this Nintendo Power, this running shoes one, probably not then, right?
Probably
Which
not
ones
going
are
to make
not
it.
going to make it?
I don't think DuckTales makes it. I think it's a good one
Yeah.
of those. I think it's cool they built the computer, but I don't think it makes
Yes.
it.
The fact that they built all that stuff is kind of amazing, but
Yeah.
I'm with you.
It's out.
Tetris
Well,
is in.
Tetris is in.
Tetris, I wouldn't have said it until we really stared at it for as long as we did, but man.
I'm gonna get rid of the shoes one too.
I wouldn't, let's not toss it yet.
I tossed
it's
it.
tossed.
We could add it
You know,
back.
We
could always add
gotta
it back.
be. I think Super Mario 3 can go.
Yeah.
Of the physical Mario covers, it's very well done. Perhaps
Yeah.
too well done.
All right, I'm gonna remove it.
Maniac Mansion is all the way in.
Dr. Mario.
Ooh,
I could
That
say
one's
keep
really-
it for now.
that one's really good.
It's pretty good. Let's leave it. I'd say Power Blade is bad, but it's bad.
It's bad.
It's
Man, I don't know.
bad.
That's a tough one.
Let's leave it. Let's leave it for now because there's some ones at the bottom I don't feel as strongly about. Final Fantasy, I think it's
I don't
pretty
think-
good.
I don't think so.
Brad, it's just a fun cover.
That's why I like it. I mean,
I like
right.
it.
I'll
All
defer
right,
to you guys on this
truly-
one for now.
truly classic game. I don't know about the Zelda cover.
I like the other one better. I like the one with the mannequin.
Yes.
All right, I'm taking it out. Street Fighter cover. It's classic.
I'd rather keep the Vega personally, but
What?
Oh,
I'd
really?
rather
Oh,
keep
no
it. No
way.
way.
Oh no way.
if you guys want to
Guile.
outvote me on, I'm fine with it. I'm not going to
Guile,
argue this
that
one.
Guile is just
All right.
Classic.
All right.
This Mario Paint one, Sinister Mario.
that is such a lock. I don't even
Okay.
like that might be number one.
Mario's jiggling cheeks made it to our Discord, so
That might be number one.
I don't know
know.
about that, but I think you can let go of Mario Kart. It's cute,
Yeah, that
but
Mario
it's
Kart
not
one is-
as good.
That one's nicely done, but kind of whatever.
Star Fox.
Yeah, also
I think it's pretty good.
It's all
it's
right.
not terrible. Mm,
Maybe don't cut it just yet.
I'll leave it for now. This I genuinely like this cover.
it's a genuinely good cover.
Yeah. Vega. Alex, I know you like this Vega cover.
I'm a Vega stan. What can I say?
I was told that the claw is on the wrong hand. If that influences
Doesn't
your,
the claw switch depending on
Unacceptable.
which way he's facing?
I don't know.
I'll talk about that.
We'll
If
leave
you
this
wanna
one
cut
for
it,
now.
It's fine.
I get the
I'm not married to it.
I get the appeal. I think that Guile though.
Hmm.
That Guile.
I think this Ken Griffey could probably go, though it's fun.
Yeah. I appreciate they actually did a photo shoot for it.
Stunt Race, I think, but I put it on here because, or I liked it because we were in a dark time, but compared to these other ones, I don't know. Like I think it's fine, but it's a callback to a better time.
Yeah, it's great that they brought it back, but also it's for a terrible fucking game.
This MK one, though,
Oh come on!
It's just
That respect's
so
not terrible.
it's not terrible. It's just I think these are better.
Not
I think these are
classic.
better. Yeah,
That is such a sinister scorpion, man. I don't know that it
yeah, it's
I
good.
would leave it for now.
Yes,
I
Midway
almost-
never even made Scorpion look that sinister.
I kind of want to throw that cover into reverse image search and see if that scorpion has been used anywhere else because it's like, kind of. I think it
Chilling.
exists. Yeah.
and this is a nice cover. It's like, I mean, it's just kind of art,
Mhm.
but it's
Yeah.
nicely done. It's they gave it the full page cover treatment that it deserves.
But it is also,
Yeah.
this is concept art.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't
All
have
right.
a mannequin.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
not-
obviously, we're not judging by any specific criteria, but I'm certainly partial to the ones that have like a bunch of custom stuff done for them.
All right, I'm gonna knock this one off.
And that
All
one is literally just concept art on a white background.
So we now have 16.
You think we can get rid of 6 of these if we wanted?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so. I would toss Star Fox right off the bat.
Let's see. Let's take one more look at bad Star Fox. Yeah, I could see the argument for getting rid of Star Fox.
Better than the Star Foxes that came after.
Yeah, I love this Power Blade cover, but I might get rid of it.
Yes. Power Blade is the ultimate. Like, is this best cover or best cover?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. You'll be remembered, Power Blade.
Boy.
All right, we got 4 more to get to a 10 here.
If you guys want to cut Vega, it's fine. I'm perfectly happy with the Guile one. It's not a big deal. It's just I had a certain affinity for this issue.
I think I might cut this Vega.
That's fine. I can live with it.
Oof. All right.
Now we're getting down to it.
Mm-hmm. What do we think? I might take Scorpion over Ninja.
No way, really? Oh man,
I don't know. I'm trying to come up with any kind of ninja criteria at this point.
I think Miami Vice Ninja is like one of the best things on here.
You're not wrong.
Man. I've seen so many American Ninja movies, dude. Like, I don't know if I can like turn against the white guy ninja.
Brad, can I get some? What do you think? Some Final Fantasy music.
I think that's a nice. Oh, I forgot to turn on music.
Yeah, how about to put us in the mood? Because I feel like this one might be on the chopping block. There it is. There's that Final Fantasy music I was looking for.
Yeah, you're right. We should bring back Mario Kart.
I'm gonna get rid of this one though. I think it's a really fun cover.
I think it's one of the better, more well done ones from this period.
Yeah.
All right. Can we lose 2 more?
I don't actually know if Mario Paint hangs all the way.
Oh, dude, what are you talking about?
Let me look at it again. Let at it again.
Look at this guy.
Look at that.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Right.
The mustache covering the mouth makes it so extra creepy.
Yeah. I just don't know.
1,
that Mario
2,
is on
3,
a list of
4, 5, 6, 7.
That one's uncountable. Is the owl gonna make it? It's a really nice composition. I'm not disagreeing with that. I don't know.
It is really nice.
Yeah,
it's really nice. Probably the least interesting to back up. I'm looking around at the rest of them here. All the others on here
be pretty tough.
Like all the others on here have something weird about them. Where the Link's Awakening one is just kind of
novel.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna remove it.
That's okay. Sure.
Is there 1 more on here?
Man.
These are all just.
God, this fucking guy.
The first couple of years was just so mind blowing.
It's really good. I love this one.
I like I
Yes,
said,
I do
until
too.
we really studied that one, I never would have thought it would make it in here. But man,
Oh man, these are all very good. Maybe this Dr. Mario. It's.
I don't know.
Is it Guile or is it Mortal Kombat?
Oof.
I don't think it has to be down to those two, but
I'm not sure that Mortal Kombat actually hangs here because as great as that Scorpion is, it's a weird
Scorpion.
looking issue.
such a good Scorpion.
It's such a good Scorpion. I'm not disagreeing with that.
I mean, the rest of it is not very good.
It's like this weird moment where they tried to do something after years of not doing anything. And it does have the weed dragon. Yes, that is true. I mean, we could also just do a best 11. Fuck it, who cares?
We could absolutely.
Yeah. There's no law here.
Well, if we did a best 11, let's just say we don't have to. Well, let's just say
Best
this
11.
this
Best
would
11.
be yeah. So like these
Sure.
two maybe towards the back here.
I would say that.
I'm gonna say no. I'm not ordering these. I'm just kind
I
of
would put the ninja closer to where Dr. Mario and Mario Paint is overall in the list.
okay, like around here.
Like I have an affection for it, but I also recognize it is not as standout as some of these others.
Oh, I think it's top 5, but it's fine.
You think it's in the 5? All right, like
Really?
Look, how do you feel about him up here?
Sure.
I think I think the top 5 for me is,
Mhm.
and not in any order, but just Tetris, Castlevania, Zelda 2, Mario 2, and Maniac Mansion.
Okay. I like where that's going.
I think
Brad?
Guile is good where he is. I think Mario Paint should be way higher.
I'm kind of with
It's
you.
so
I think
awful.
I would put Mario Paint like around here
So
at
awful.
least.
I think Mega Man 2 is great. It belongs on this list. I just don't think it's as high as some of the other ones.
The work is very impressive.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good cover. That is a pretty good cover,
Yes.
actually. If this was purely like highest quality cover, I would say that potentially would win.
Hmm.
Mega Man 2 is like number 6 on my list.
But I think we all know we are judging by other standards, just highest
Yes.
quality.
The most important standards.
Hmm. This is pretty good. Maniac
Pretty good.
Mansion's very
Pretty
good.
It's so good.
I think I'm okay with this back
that cover
3.
sold me on that game.
Yeah. I think for me, for my top 5 here, I'd probably put this Tetris one up here. This Mario 2 one's just a classic. I think
It's
I'd probably
extremely classic.
put this before this.
Oh my god, are you serious?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
I would put Castlevania over Zelda personally.
I think Castlevania is number 1.
Number 1.
It might be
Shit.
my number 1.
That fucking Dracula.
It might be.
Look at this fucking Halloween costume store ass display, man.
I genuinely think I agree with Brad here.
Oh my
Hmm.
god, it's so like you got your hands on that first issue and you're like, what is this? Like, weird. This is a little off looking, but man, Nintendo's making their own magazine. That's exciting. And then this came out. It was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know where this was going. Oh my god. So like the skull, body parts, just
It's the body parts are. I hadn't noticed that until we did this feature that all the body parts are there. That's very good. The
This
nipples
A,
are
we
very
still
good.
yeah, we still haven't figured out if this is a real person or not.
You're right.
I think
You're
it
right.
is.
I think you're probably right. I think you're probably right.
I think it is.
I mean, look at the shadowing, the contrast, like the attention to detail on
Yes.
obscuring the face.
Yeah.
The chiaroscuro. It's
It's really
much
marvelous.
effective.
Look how much they did with $150 worth of budget.
Dude, yeah.
That's
not easy.
Fucking mask.
Look at they animated the eye, like they dressed up they made the eyes close.
Like I understand the
They
affection
tried.
for the I understand the affection for the Zelda one. I agree that one is great, but I think that there's just something about the way the Castlevania one is composed that is just like more effective to me.
So we think this is a mannequin, though, right? This.
I think that's a
Probably.
guy.
You think this is a
Okay.
guy? I think this
I
is.
think
Look
that's
at
a
it.
guy.
Got a kind of a waxy look to it.
Yeah. How about this, Alex? Are you thinking
But
this is
that's
a person?
100% a mannequin. That's 100% a mannequin. Not even close.
I think this is. I think
that's just a guy in a wig.
I don't know. I don't know.
Look, if it's not a guy, it's not a guy. But either way,
Because it might be better for me if it's not a guy, but
yeah,
it's pretty good. This piece of shit cover.
that's a guy. That's a guy.
You ever find out what this is?
No,
Letter
and I
opener?
never want to know.
I don't know.
Oh man.
We're
What
really
do we-
not trying to be too precious about this stuff, this ordering. We're just having fun here.
This is all
Don't worry
fine
about it.
work.
Here's the thing.
I mean-
I would swap Dr. Mario and Mario Paint, I think, and keep Mega Man where it is. I think Dr. Mario is just a better cover than Mario Paint.
Oh, but don't get me wrong, the Mario Paint cover is bad. But it's you know.
Yeah, I know. Oh, believe me, I know.
You know.
I've had dreams about this Mario.
It's I would put this Mario, Dr. Mario, I would get art of this and print this out.
Yeah.
I still think this is maybe the more like viscerally engaging cover. Like he's just staring at you in a way that you can't look away from.
Oh, I didn't
And-
see you come in.
Here it's inviting, and he's gonna overprescribe you drugs and be in jail in a little while.
Try
he-
Zoloft.
Yes.
This Mario has to go around and introduce himself to all of his neighbors when he moves.
That's right.
Yes.
This Mario's been through some stuff and now is painting to find his like place, find peace. I paint them To find peace.
Yes, for much the same reason that George W. Bush now paints.
He's
trying to forget the war crimes of his past.
Kind of a bit. I'm okay with this order.
Yeah,
I think I would put Maniac Mansion above the Ninja.
Ooh. Okay.
I think the Ninja is I think that is just a better composed and much more interesting cover. And I still think, as great as Super Mario 2 is, and how much it establishes here, I think these other, like, I think Maniac Mansion, I think Zelda 2, all of those are better, more interesting covers overall. Like, that's number 5 for me.
Mario?
I'd put it at number 2. I'm not. I don't know.
You put so, Brad, you put Mario at number 2?
Yeah.
I want to keep Tetris at 2. I like this Tetris
Maybe
one.
This is the compromise. Maybe this is the good compromise list here.
Tetris, this is, again, layers upon layers of depth.
Nestor.
It's a real piece of work in an amazing way.
It's Tetris. And think what they did later on with Tetris. They just couldn't figure it out. And here, they figured it out. Look at this guy.
I still love this cover. I love it.
Look at that fight.
If this is the final list, I'm okay with it.
Let's save it.
It's fine. Order saved for 11 covers.
That's right.
Yep.
Top 11.
That's right.
I think the right cover won.
Just look at the Castlevania one again.
Yeah, please. Sure. Let me drink this one in.
Look at this just generic ass Roman soldier outfit that they bought at the Halloween store. Oh man.
Just duct taped a whip on there.
I never even noticed the asymmetry in the arms. Like they got the kind of arm guard on the one side and this like leather thing
wrist
on the
bracelet
other side.
On the other. Yeah.
You know, it's the hands that make me think, could this be a mannequin? It's a little stiff there, but I don't know. I think maybe it's not.
What is on the hands? Are those gloves? They don't look like gloves.
Maybe gloves?
Look, here's the thing. Castlevania is the party city of horror games, and they have captured that spirit perfectly here.
Yeah.
This is Halloween Town ass fucking cheap costume fucking bullshit, which is exactly what Castlevania is.
Right. This is indeed where the werewolves dwell.
Yeah.
So you think this is it?
I think so.
I think this is it.
Hold on, I'm gonna change this here. I'm gonna save this. Okay. So I'm gonna save it.
Can we get Barkerville?
There it is. Your winning order is saved for all time.
Sure. I didn't think about that.
These are all great covers.
These are all great.
Hell yes.
Congratulations to whoever put this cover together. Your work will live through the ages.
Just so good.
Where are
it's
you?
so fucking good.
Bangs are so big. How does he close his mouth?
He doesn't. He's perpetually just like.
Oh,
it's good. You think they still have the high res Alex, you know about magazine covers. Do you think this exists like as a pure image somewhere still?
If they haven't had any catastrophic storage, accidents over the years, I bet somewhere in a closet there that roll of film, those high res images exist.
Could has Nintendo or the makers of Nintendo Power ever put out posters of their covers, like full?
Not that I remember.
Because if you're listening, whoever is Nintendo Power done?
I think as a magazine, a podcast.
Long gone. Yeah, they brought it back as a podcast for a while. I think that's also gone.
Okay.
Well,
looking around, I don't see a lot of posters out there.
Can we just look at them again from 11 up?
From 11 up. Okay, so we have
this
our
is a special mention.
Mortal Kombat 2 unedited,
the scariest
uncut.
scorpion you've ever seen.
Unbelievable. Yes. We got our bad Guile.
The greatest Guile.
We've got our Dr. Mario.
Yes.
This is
Take some
also
more pills,
very good.
Pillhead.
Special mention again on these pills suspended in some kind of clear acetate or whatever. Very good. We got Mega Man 2. A lot of sequel covers here.
Yeah. The Killer Wily is really what did it in the model for the ship.
Pretty good Wily. Pretty bad Mario.
We have Sex Offender Mario.
Music moves and masterpieces. Yep.
Moves.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I don't know if I can get this.
Yeah,
5 to me.
Yeah.
more like Bizarrio.
We got this.
We have Godfrey Ho's Ninja Gaiden
in some kind of velour, very soft, scrumptious.
I think that might be dust on the cover.
I think there's a sheen to this.
There's a sheen to it.
Just great. This we confirmed this exists, right? We saw a picture of
yes.
this house still
we saw
exists.
a picture of this still alive.
Okay. Maniac Mansion.
Incredible model work.
We've got Zelda 2.
Incredible mannequin work.
Fire. We've got Mario 2.
The OG.
God, did they actually model the poster inside thing out of clay?
I think they did.
Oh man, it should be number 1.
It's pretty good.
I don't agree, but I agree. I think it's you made the case that it belongs where it is.
This great Tetris. What do you do with Tetris? You do this. You put a person riding in a fucking shoe.
You do a lot of drugs and then you start painting.
This is what you do in Tetris. And then our winner.
Yes. They got it on the second try.
Unassailable.
Ooh,
ridiculous.
I think I must have broken something there.
Oh boy.
Great. Made it to the end.
Perfect timing.
Made it to the end. Folks,
that was a lot of fun.
Is going to do it for our sorting. Oh, that was a lot of fun. And I think we can confirm that it's a sequel.
Oh, Vinny.
Yeah.
An image just appeared in our Discord.
Okay.
That I need you to. This needs to be the final image we show people. From Pool Angel's thesis. As if our winner wasn't worthy enough. This was the fold-out poster for that issue. I need you to put this in here.
Okay, here, let me
see this.
Let me pull this up here. I've got it
real
here.
Good.
Oh wow, yeah, that's.
Imagine putting this on your wall as a child in the 80s.
That is. All right, let's see what we got going on here.
That is both radical and tubular.
Every American boy wanted to be this kid.
So we got Rambo, Top Gun, maybe? Oh, Kid Icarus.
Yeah. Radius, Winter Games,
TMNT Surf Design.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Is that Blade? Rune?
I'm not sure.
That's Pool. All pool games.
Yes.
Lunar Pool. What's that pool game? I can't remember. Goonies 2.
Goonies 2.
Gosh, that's tough there.
I'm hearing Russian Attack. That's
for this one? Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah, that would make sense. This baseball. Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no,
that one's illegible.
Is this Dragon Warrior? I lose it up here. I can't get it. That's tough.
And then we need to see the ones on the surfboard as well.
Okay. Castlevania, Link, Mario Brothers, Double Dragon, baseball. What's this one?
Dragon Power?
I don't know if I know that one. Metroid, Karate Kid, RC Pro-Am.
RC Pro-Am. Super Pitfall.
Cliff?
Can't read that one.
What is it?
California Games.
Oh, okay. Nice. I can't. Rygar? No, I don't know. Maybe Rygar?
Maybe Rygar. That might be Rygar.
Track and Field, right?
No, that's Double. It looks like.
This is Double Dribble. This one, Track and Field, I think.
Yeah.
Track and Field Konami?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This is Dragon Warriors?
Might be Warriors.
Oh, Wizards and Warriors. Okay. Legend of Zelda.
Yep.
Don't get these
There's
games
Rygar.
wet. Yes, Rygar. How about this one? Yeah. Tubular.
This kid. You think this kid got to keep those games after the photo shoot?
No, these are games aren't even at this photo shoot.
No.
Look at this. This isn't happening.
That's like
I would have taken.
I don't know.
I would have taken those games in lieu of money.
I mean, that's at least a couple $1,000s worth of games.
And
Yeah.
like $50 to $60 a game.
$50 a game, yes.
What do you think this hat was? Oh, I stole these games and I'm surfing away with them.
Woohoo!
You can't stop me. This poster. Oh, this poster. This time.
Oh, to
It's
be a
for
gamer
time.
in the 80s.
What a
It was
time,
good.
what a
It was
magazine.
good.
Congratulations.
That's right.
Yes.
To all our winners. Thank you to Wacky Deli from our Discord chat for this logo. Thanks everybody for watching. Once again, we're saved here. That's it. That's our ranking. You now know the best covers, special mention
time.
to this one, which was close. A pair of running.
Dude, I mean,
very-
we should have maybe not done it. The shoes have got those fucking high tops with afterburners on them.
Okay, maybe we had a top 11. Listen, we had
Pretty inspired.
now we have a
Pretty
top
inspired.
12. Now we have a top 12.
Pretty
Your top-
inspired.
Your top 12 covers of all
There you go.
time.
There we go. All right. I'm down for that.
It's good. It's pretty
They're
good.
good shoes.
It's pretty good. So who didn't we have? Okay, so the top 5 the first 5 covers made it. Great. 1 through 5, the best. All right. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week looking to play some Myth Force on Monday. Get into that. I like the look of that game. No idea how it plays yet, but I sure do like how it looks. Thank you, Brad, again for yanking all these cover images down. And thank you to, was it Retro Mags for collecting them all, if not scanning them all. Thank you, Alex. If you want, you can go check out our video of the Playdate. The Playdate. We go through a bunch of games on there. The Playdate that is up, should be up currently on YouTube. You can check out our Galaxy Quest video, where if you want to see Mass Effect Andromeda characters with no shirts, you go check that out. That happened. We have our podcast, talk more about the Playdate and a bunch of other games on there. And of course, you have been watching our ranking of Nintendo Power covers right here on Nextlander. And it is all supported by you. Definitive list. Saved for all time. If you want to support us, you can go over to patreon.com/Nextlander. And we thank you for supporting us and making this all possible, subsidizing this fine project in research and analysis. Without your funding, we could not do the time to do the crime. There you go. That's my new slogan.
Yes.
I made that up. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Be good. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Alex. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And we'll be back next week. See
Alan
ya.
Ballard in Cold Shadow in stores now.